In these difficult times, America needs a leader they can count on. And that leader is Pope Bob Iger. A Pope Bob Iger presidency means lower taxes, better schools, and Disney Plus for all Americans. He's already in the Vatican. Now, put him in the White House.
Hello, I am Pope Bob Iger. Not only do I want to be Pope, but I want to be your president. Vote for me or the Twitterati will cancel you and everyone you know.
When you cast your vote, vote for the one man who will make America the happiest place on earth. Pope Bob Iger.
I have Baby Yoda's vote. What about yours? I am Pope Bob Iger, and I am approving of this message.
Now streaming on Disney Plus. He was the galaxy's most feared and badass bounty hunter. That is, until he was bought by Disney. Now watch as he struggles with PTSD flashbacks and teaches a tribe of primitive natives to dance with sticks. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in and you shake it all out. You do the hokey tokey and you turn yourself around. Hokey tokey? That's what it's all about. All because Kathleen Kennedy couldn't have two characters that were exactly the same. Especially after they repurposed the Boba Fett movie into The Mandalorian. Tamura Morrison returns to the role that he probably shouldn't have in Dances with Feet. Only on Disney Plus. I mean, I hope they're paying him well enough to put up with this kind of humiliation.
Like a benza. Yes? Maybe not.
She's a single female lawyer in the city, who happens to be the cousin of one of the most powerful Avengers.
There's no competition for me because I'm the strongest, so it's just kind of like a different...
Oh, yeah, she let her think that, but...
No, not her. The other one. You know, the green guy. Now, after an accident, where they blatantly change her origin story to prevent her from being saved by a man, transforms her into the Jade Giantess, she'll remind you whose show this is in the first place.
Just remember whose show this actually is.
Yeah, like you were ever gonna let us forget it. SheHulk. Meet Jennifer Walters, a high-powered LA lawyer who can't help questioning Captain America's sexual history.
Obviously, Captain America was a virgin. Did you see that ass? Like, that ass?
That is America's ass.
Did not deserve to die a virgin. It's like...
Gets sexually harassed outside a bar by a bunch of outdated male stereotypes.
Just being friendly.
Yeah, where you going? So what?
Then wakes up in Mexico at Bruce Banner's tropical retreat, who then will take every opportunity to remind you how horrible it is to be a woman in the 21st century.
Triggers are anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing.
When incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I can prove that's not the case.
More smiles.
Shh. When I'm catcalled in the street.
It's 2022. Where do you get catcalled? On your way from your office to Starbucks? Yeah, it must be hell going that whole 20 feet from the elevator to the counter. Then, after returning to her career as a high-powered deputy DA, she's attacked by the Jersey Shore and manages to defeat her in about 3 seconds. Well, that was anticlimactic. Tatiana Maslany stars in the show whose writers admit that they don't know how to write a courtroom scene in
Lawyer Show.
I Am Woman Hulk, Hear Me Roar. Literally. Maybe this would have been better if it wasn't written like a Twitter argument between two completely unlikable human beings.
Basically, I was right and Bruce was wrong.
Steve Rogers is not a virgin. Little punk. He lost his virginity to a girl in 1943 on the USO tour.
If this is the best the MCU now has to offer, then I hate to think what you have in store for Daredevil. From Lucasfilm, the company that has done more to destroy everything you love since your ex-wife got all your stuff in the divorce, comes the series that literally has no stakes because you know the main character has to live long enough just to die at the end of Rogue One. Andor. Meet Cassian Andor, the title character, a space immigrant who grew up on a Lord of the Flies mining planet, who now lives in a junkyard like Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, with a bootleg version of Wally who gets peed on by a space dog, pig thing, I'm not sure what this animal's supposed to be, and is now on the run after killing 2 guys. Watch as Cassian Andor is hunted by discount Kyle MacLachlan, who's the only American on this show, and for some reason he's been cast as the bad guy. Nice way to be subtle with your subtext there. Now, Cassian Andor must elude security forces by walking, strolling, sauntering, strutting, ambulating. Yeah, I'm running out of synonyms for walking here. Can we get to something interesting, please? Then, after 2.5 episodes, there's finally some action, with a generic shootout in a garage, where pulleys take out more bad guys than the actual weapons do. You know, this show is about a guy who crosses the border illegally, murders 2 people, and is now running from the Federales. Are you sure the Latino community wants to take ownership of this one? Diego Luna stars in the series that is ultimately completely pointless in Dead Man Walking. How is this Star Wars' prestige show? It's quite literally about nothing. At least Seinfeld was about a bunch of neurotic a-holes who were undateable in New York. That was at least something. This guy's just walking around for an hour and a half. Now, for the first time, you can own your very own Rings of Power. From the Kelleborn Smiths, we'll be sending you 1 per season. Molded to appear forged in the fires of Mount Doom. Made from the finest cubic zirconium, plastic, and metal that isn't measurably radioactive and won't turn your fingers green. Probably. Much. These can now be yours for 5 easy payments of $39.99.99 Elvish runes. Act now, supplies are limited, because once the Dark Lord Sauron takes over, they'll all be gone, and you'll be his slaves. And just remember,
there's a tempest in me,
whose fault this actually is.
and it will not be quelled.
Unknown caller. Spooky. Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. You like solving yourself a mystery?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
This here Black Shaggy. You made the one black guy a drug dealer and a stoner. You gonna die, bitch.
Jinkies.
Norville, guess what Daphne gave me?
Black Shaggy, no. Your fat, dumb, bitch-ass star without him.
We kissed, but it's not a big deal.
Your fat, dumb bitch-ass was supposed to wait until Black Shaggy got there. Black Shaggy was going to be the meat in that sandwich.
Guess what? The last place her cell phone pinged was Fred's house.
That motherfucker got a tiny dick. Black Shaggy, no. Black Shaggy watches the news.
In this day and age, you can't speculate about someone's sexuality.
When did this become about Tiny Dick Fred? Black Shaggy gonna call him TD from now on. TD, Tiny Dick. Not touchdown, Tiny Dick. That's right. Black Shaggy still got the equipment you need. We both know this is the only way your fat, dumb bitch ass is gonna get some. When you ready, you come see Black Shaggy. That's right. Dumb bitch.
Norville, what are you doing here?
Black Shaggy need a minute to prepare for this. I got to know what I'm getting into. So do you like the back door or not? Black Shaggy don't want to read this in the newspaper. You dig? Inquiring minds want to know.
We have a student newspaper?
Bitch is dumb.
Hey! Who just threw a rock through my window?
Geo from the Crystal Mines. You should know that because your dumb bitch ass was born there.
The Crystal Mines? That old tourist attraction that's now a seagull toilet full of condoms?
Bitch is crass. That's right.
Please evaluate the show on its merits.
You are a meathead.
Please give it a chance. And so...
A meathead, dead from the neck up. Meathead.
How is my mom's disappearance related to your grandma?
Your mom's left because she hated your fat dumbass, bitch. These dumbass writers gotta make everybody connected to everybody else. Don't know nothing about characterization, know-how. That's right.
Your mom's a high school principal married to a guidance counselor.
At least my parents are still married, bitch. Your pops is married to some dumbass waitress almost as dumb as you.
Ah! What the hell? Wait, I found a bag of salad.
What the fuck you doing? Ah! Good, something funny actually happened in this goddamn episode. About time, bitch.
We could take Daphne's mom's cop car to Spooner's to get food there. Unfortunately, I don't drive.
Your fat dumbass just wants an excuse to eat out the damn garbage again. You sick girl, you need some help. It ain't the kind of help that Black Shaggy can give you. That's right.
Oh, yuck.
Hey, we all know your fat dumbass eat out the garbage. I'm just the one saying it.
Me?
That's right.
It's the Muppet Show with a very special guest star, Mr. Jack Black, Lizzo, Tim Meadows, Jen Cobb. Really? Who the is Jen Cober? Okay. Christopher Lloyd and Amy Sedaris. Yay! And don't miss a special appearance next week by Jay and Silent Bob. Because why the not at this point?
Coming up on the CW, it's prom night, and love is in the air.
Until it's time to throw down.
Sam and Miguel share a tender moment.
But look who's crashing the party.
Watch as young couples share a romantic dance.
and fight and dance fight. Be sure to watch an extra special episode of Kung Fu High Prom Night.
Hey, brother. Hey, brother. I'm sitting on here. NBC. WNBC. I'm sitting on it. I'm sitting on it. NBC. We got Mike Wing Float. We got Rob Bowlett. We got Fred Adams. WNBC. I'm sitting on it. WNBC. WNBC. But it's so hoggish. WNBC. WNBC. I'm gonna say the morning. How's doing, everybody? Thomas in the morning, WNBC. How is everybody doing out there? Oh, we got another. There's another one. Huh? Yeah, we got two. We got a couple Star Wars rumors. Everybody, just how is everybody doing? WNBC. How is everybody? Is everybody doing good? Everybody doing good out there? I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Sunday is fun day. That's my fun day because I don't have to run day. You know why? Because it's just another manic Monday. That's right. You know, so. So as you read, the AC is out. Fortunately, it is relatively cool. It is relatively cool. It has rained. It is relatively cool. It is not uncomfortable. It's a little. Would you say it's a little uncomfortable? A little uncomfortable. A tad. It's a tad humid. A tad. It's rainy. It's a tad humid. It's rainy. It's some moisture in the atmosphere. So right now, before we do anything, let's check in on the cat cam because the cat has just wandered by. So we're gonna check in with him. Naranja, buddy. Naranja, buddy. Okay, we got cat butt over here. Naranja, buddy, where you going? Where you going, buddy? Where you going? Where you going, buddy? Naranja, buddy. Where you going, buddy? Hey, how's it going? So there's the kitty. He's doing well. He's doing pretty well. So there's no other kitties anywhere to be found. They're MIA, as it were. So we'll check back in with. Oh, he's coming back for more. Zabu is hiding over there. He's a little camera shy today. Naranja, buddy. So they're doing well without the AC. No, the other cats. Hey! That's from the cattle call, I guess. I don't know what. That's literally a cattle call. Hey. So without that, we went and we're not going to say where, but we saw horsies rounding up cattle. Hey. And there's cowgirls going, hey. I'm like, yeah, back east we do that. We go, hey. We go, hey. Hey. So,
he's scared the cat.
Oh, he's okay. He's okay.
Okay, baby.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. We got another one. It's Wild Kingdom in here. Zabu. Zabu's getting his nose right in the camera. There goes Zabu, walking away. So Zabu. Big Thunder. Yeah, I just heard a little thunder rumbling. So we got some news. Let's start it out with actually the story. Listen, I don't like a lot of news, but yeah, I finally get to talk hockey. The Golden Knights.
Zabu's favorite team.
The official team of Larry Zaba Mowfu, are 1 win away from their first Stanley Cup. And that is quite a milestone.
They're going to win it here, and they're going to send
Hopefully they're going to win it here, yes.
They're going to win it here, and it's going to be a loud party on Tuesday.
Hopefully they're going to win it at home, and there's going to be a big celebration, and lots of people running, and lots of people having fun, and lots of women exposing their boobies.
I need to get a jacket. I want to get those glitter sequin jackets.
Yes, I went out and I bought a jersey, actually.
Yeah, I need to get a hockey jacket for myself.
I've spared no expense. Well, I spared some expense.
Our team's really good. So.
Yes, I'm really a New York Ranger fan, but come on, it's who wouldn't be excited? Huh?
You've been out here for a year. You might as well be a next fan too.
Well, yeah. Listen, I collect jerseys too, so I have tons of jerseys. So the Golden Knights are on their way to their first Stanley Cup championship. Yes, hockey ball. So let me tell you, Aiden Hill, goaltender Aiden Hill, he's playing. He's actually they're riding the hot goaltender as the saying goes.
Him is like when it bounces off our own guys.
Yes. So there's from the donut place, poker chip.
Get another one of those. I can sell them for 25 cents.
Mm-hmm. So the Golden Knights
are beating up the Florida crybabies.
Like both are actually winning for a change. Yes. No Las Vegas A's stadium. No, they didn't. They adjourned before they could take a vote. Yeah. Does anybody really want the A's?
No. They can stay in their shithole.
So the Golden Knights, like I said, the Golden Knights will hopefully Tuesday. The game 5 is Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 Pacific, 7 Central,
5 here,
6 Rocky Mountain. Yes, it's going to be a nightmare.
I'm really watching it from the sports book.
Yes.
Give me money to bet on
Yes, if you want to send Mecca money to bet on the Golden Knights.
I'm thinking about betting on the Florida crybabies, though, because I think that they're going to stretch it out. I think they're going to stretch it out just long enough to where they have to play 2 games.
Well, then they win it back in Florida.
Because I think Florida are going to.
You think it's going to go to 7?
I think that Florida are going to win the next 2 because they're going to stretch it out just to make it long enough to keep interest for the next 2 weeks. What do you think?
Maybe.
You said that they want to.
Well, listen, the league has a vested.
The players having babies.
Yeah, the league does have a vested interest in Florida and in Vegas winning because they want to prove that hockey can work in the desert, and obviously it's not working with the Coyotes. So they want a team in the Southwest to be successful. So they definitely want a team in the Southwest to be successful. And the Golden Knights are it. And they're good. And they got a good team. This is a team. This is
the guys on the commentary thing, they're like, because like I was just watching, like, oh, our team's like really good. Holy shit.
Yes. So anyway, so that's what's going on with that. Game 5 is Tuesday night. And here's hoping. So everyone, like I said, you're about to experience, if you're not from the Vegas area, if you're from the Vegas area, you're about to experience what it's like to have your home team win. So
There you go.
Was I ever in Denver when the Broncos won?
Maybe.
I know they tried. They got pretty close a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a pretty big deal.
The Giants beat.
What did the Avalanche win?
Avalanche won like 2 or 3 times.
How many? What years?
Like 96, first year they went out there.
Yeah, so that's probably when I was watching them.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. The Stanley Cup isn't like the NFL, and isn't like
it's like so damn intense.
But yeah, I mean the thing is, here's the thing. It's one of the only trophies that's actually passed down. It's the same. You win. Now they don't get to keep it, but your name goes on it. Your name goes. The team. Your name goes on it. And when that band gets retired, that band goes into the Hall of Fame. That's actually not the original cup on top. That's the old one became very fragile, and the bowl is a new bowl, and a lot of those bands have been retired and replaced. But like I said, your name is on the cup with other legends like Gordie Howe, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Marc Messier. You're in very elite company, and everybody gets to take the cup home for a couple days. They get to spend the day with the cup. Remember the guy in the Rangers? He actually slept with the cup in his bed.
Well, our goalie works for the Wayne Gretzky hockey thing.
Hockey, yes.
Yeah,
hockey,
he's like Wayne Gretzky's pet.
Yeah.
So
this guy, let's see, hold on, feeding.
Yeah, like our goalie's really, really good.
Let me see.
Their guys are animals, though. So I think their guys really want to win it really bad, and they might pull some dirty tricks. Like they might, pull some Cobra Kai sweep.
The guy
just to get some our good guys out. Because our two main shooter guys, those two guys, they want to get rid of. So they want to get who is it? They want to get Stone out of there, and they want to get who's the other one that they don't like. So they want to get rid of those two. So.
Guy.
This is what's going to be interesting to me is see if they're going to start doing some dirty shit like, oh, he tripped me, send him to the penalty box, shit like that, like skating into him on purpose to get tripped, shit like that. That's where this is getting interesting for me.
Yeah, the guy who's doing the commentary for TNT, Ed Ulcic, he actually took the Stanley Cup home, and as we can see in this picture, he fed the Kentucky Derby winner. So he fed his horse with that. But there are instances. Is that Mitt Romney?
That's Mitt Romney.
No, it's not Mitt Romney. Is that Romney?
Are you sure?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Zito.
Okay.
Gopher Gin was the name of the. Ulcic insists this is not true. Well, that's him. There's no other person that can be. I remember when that happened. So some people say, I mean, there's also been some curses involved with the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, but with as big as fights that they're having last night at the game, there was just a whole 8-guy brawl last night.
Yeah.
So with as big of fights that they've been having on these, that's why I'm thinking, what if they start playing dirty and Florida actually wins on Tuesday? That's where. See, this is getting more entertaining then because you got all this personal drama and you got this is better than Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Hollywood, take note of this. A woman is more interested in the Stanley Cup entertainment factor than your Star Wars and your
Star Wars or your Barbie
a woman. And I'm not even a real Canadian. Or Barbie, yeah. And we're just, then again, I mean, hockey is basically just pinball with guys ice skating. Pinball with ice skating. And fights. And Zabu's dead.
Oh, Zabu's doing it dead. So, yeah. So, anyways, I'm a New York Ranger fan. And so I know all about the curse of New York Rangers in 1940. So, for those who don't know, the New York Rangers used to share a building. Used to share an arena with the New York Americans. And supposedly, what happened was when the Rangers won the Stanley Cup in 1940, the last year they won it, up until 1994, what they did was what did they do? This is the curse of 1940. Hold on. There's some conflicting things here. Hold on. So supposedly what happened was they burned the New York Americans lease in the Stanley Cup. That's supposedly the tale. During the 1934-40 season, the mortgage on the Rangers' home arena, the third Madison Square Garden, built in 1925, was paid off. Hence, the management of the Madison Square Garden Corporation was symbolically burned the mortgage in the bowl of the cup. So supposedly they desecrated the cup by doing that. So and there's a picture of them burning the Stanley Cup. Burning the lease of the mortgage in the Stanley Cup. And that was a big deal, actually, for a long time. They went on a drought for 54 years. They didn't win anything until 1994. And I watched every freaking game that year. So I'm not a sports fan. So yeah. So hockey is taking center stage right now. So yeah, that's back when the Stanley Cup was just ordinary ordinary punch bowl with a kind of a large stem. So there we go. So okay, so now let's talk a little entertainment news. This is what we call stretching, people. We need to stretch a little bit. The box office is still going strong. I saw Rise of the Beast. Why did they do that? Well, they gained nothing by desecrating Stanley Cup, just piss off people. Yeah, that was part of it. They kind of wanted to rub it in. They kind of wanted to rub it in the New York Americans' faces. That was part of it. New York Americans folded actually shortly after. Ricardo Elizondo, yo, what's up? Was the Transformer movie good? Funny you should ask. Now, here's the thing about the Transformers movie. Yeah, it's doing well at the box office, but this is not that good a movie. It takes place after the Bumblebee movie, so it's not connected to the Michael Bay films. So basically, it's the Beast Formers and a couple of some of the Transformers from the '86 animated movie, like Scourge and RC and Unicron. It's actually pretty good for the first hour, and then it just grinds to a halt, and you're like, okay. All right, come on. Because the whole movie is like 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I like Transformers. The well act is simply stupid for reasons just pissing people off. Anyway, just my take. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. Hey, Greg Kirby, how you doing? For the first, like I said, for the first hour, it's pretty good. Seen worse. And so after that, it just kind of grinds to a halt, and it becomes tedious and becomes boring because you start saying, you start getting antsy. Come on, let's wrap it up here. Let's wrap it up. Let's finish. Come on, let's go. So it turns out this kid, he's he's former military. He's a Puerto Rican kid living in New York. He's former military. He's an electrical engineering genius. He's trying to get a job, and somehow he falls in with Mirage, who's played by Pete Davidson. And we keep saying, why is Pete Davidson a thing? Why do I have to waste headspace and knowledge and gray matter knowing who Pete Davidson is? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So anyway, Pete Davidson forms a friendship with the kid, and they meet up with the other Transformers, and yada yada yada. Okay, there's a MacGuffin that what's with diversity science lady it discovers at a museum, and they gets broken open. It's the MacGuffin, and they have to bring it to Peru, and that's where they lost me. Seriously, this movie is 2 hours and 15 minutes. It should be an hour 45 at most. I don't get it. I don't get why these movies are so long. Yeah, okay, it's probably for streaming. To fill minutes on streaming, whatever it is. So it turns out that the Transformers have been on Earth for a very long time, in the form of the Beast Formers, or whatever the hell they're called now. Optimus Monkey here. Oh, 86 cartoons better. Oh, yeah, it's way better. Way better. I own the 35th anniversary copy. And I saw it at the movie theaters twice back then. So, yeah. So they go and they have a thing, and Michelle Yeoh's character dies, and because she gets contaminated, whatever it is. And so there's a big battle. And, they said the thing. So the day all are one. Oh, they said the thing. And they have a this big battle. Okay. And then the end comes, and the Transformers are stuck here on Earth, but they're vowed to protect the Earth. And they defeat Unicron. They vow to protect the Earth. Hey, listen, we realize that, and the Puerto Rican kid goes for a job, and we realized that you have some problems getting a job. You didn't you have a gap in your work history. Well, I was working out of the country, and so this guy, very kind of straight-laced guy, says, "Listen, we can use a guy with your skills. You're former military. We can use a guy with your skills. We'll take care of your mom's medical bills, whatever it is. We'll take care of your medical. You'll have access to the best doctors. You won't ever have to worry about it. Think it over. Give us an answer. Here's my card." So he slips a card. We work with our organizations off the books. It's super secret, super hush hush. Here's our card. So he gives them the card. Pushes the card across the table. This is the big spoiler. Push the card across the table. Puerto Rican kid turns it over. It says on it, G.I. Joe. I'm like, oh no. This is something that the 13, 14-year-old me would probably be like, yeah, sweet, yeah. But it's like, since it was bad already, I'm like, oh no, they're gonna do that, aren't they? They've been hinting at a Hasbro universe for a while. They have been hinting at a Hasbro universe with things like Transformers, G.I. Joe, Micronauts, Visionaries, Mask. Did I say I said visionaries? There's just one problem. I don't think that they're capable of pulling it off because they just I just don't think it's not that it's not a good idea. Listen, it's not a good idea. First of all, it's not a good idea because they have people that don't know how to write these properties. Now, if Gary Clark is right, he's supposed to be doing the Mask movie. Okay, listen, the jury's still out of that. Okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But these are properties that you almost have to be in on the joke. It's ridiculous. Giant robots are running around fighting each other. It's a ridiculous concept, but that's why it worked. And it works well in the animated universe because it's a certain ridiculousness. Hold on a second. When it's animated, you have the de facto suspension of disbelief. It's going to be so difficult to make the transition to screen with some of these properties. And the other part of this too is if anyone thinks they're going to mine the comics for these stories, they got another thing coming because those comics, those stories are owned by Marvel. Those 1980s stories are owned by Marvel. Rom Space Knight, Micronauts, Visionaries, Transformers, G.I. Joe. I think Mask was DC, actually. I think Mask was DC. You know why it was well written? Because it was written by a guy named Ron Friedman, who was a professional writer. Ron Friedman was a professional writer. He actually begged them not to kill Optimus Prime. And Hasbro's response was, no. We're gonna kill off all the old Autobots, and then we're gonna all the old characters, and we're gonna have new characters come in. People are gonna buy the toys for their kids. And he said, no, this is not a good idea because I wrote these characters as a family, and you're essentially killing off the father figure. No, it's okay, don't worry, we know what we're doing. Okay, he did it and it didn't work out. He actually wrote a book about it. I Killed Optimus Prime. Excuse me. Yeah, all those ROM stories are owned by Marvel. They had to take those stories they had to take ROM out of like a Hulk compendium. And they had to take them out of the Marvel universe because they didn't have the rights to them anymore. What's up, Naranja? Naranja just wants something. Here comes Mr. Naranja. Mr. Naranja is looking for something. What's up, buddy? What's up? You hungry? Here he comes. He's slinking away. So unless they could bring a good deal with Marvel, unless they could broker a deal with Marvel, I doubt this is gonna be any good. You know why? Because this. Because this is a cover from the IDW. Now, I was writing a G.I. Joe documentary, which unfortunately I did not get to finish. Well, actually, come to think, they were working on a Lady J show for Amazon. They were working on a Lady J show for Amazon. I don't know what happened to it. That kind of fell off my radar. Now, there's a character in G.I. Joe named Salvo. This is how they gender swapped and race swapped him. They made Salvo an obese black woman. Why they had to change it. But this is the original design here. Let's see if I can bring this up. This was the original. This was the original design. Well, the problem is Storm Shadow's a supporting character. That's a problem. That's inherently the problem. This was the original design. You hungry, buddy? Where'd you go? Okay. Naranja is looking for food. I'm going to play commercial, and I'm going to give him some more food. Okay, so I'm going to play commercial. And I'm going to feed Naranja. I'll be back momentarily. Okay, sorry for the interruption, everybody. Now streaming on Disney Plus. Watch as the most badass bounty hunter in the galaxy has been recast in his own series by the Mandalorian. I thought I was watching the Boba Fett show. What am I watching? See him hang out on the Ringworld from Halo. Watch him reenact fanfic when he goes nuts in a meatpacking plant with a lightsaber. Go through airport security.
I'm sorry, sir. You can't board a commercial flight with your weapons.
Be annoyed on a long-distance flight.
Ready to have your mind blown?
And buy a used starfighter from Amy Sedaris.
This is a pile of junk.
And then see him get pulled over by the space police.
Was I doing something wrong, officer?
Tamir Morrison. Pedro Pascal stars in this episode of The Mando Book of Boba Fett-lorian? All that, and we don't even get to see Baby Yoda. You know what? This show. Seriously. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, but he would have just been interrupting me, and so it's better off to just stop and feed him. So yeah, so that was their idea to redesign Salvo. So yeah, you can see why I don't have a lot of confidence in this. So, but yeah, they made a typical fat black woman because that's exactly what the military needs: more people with type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, Spider-Woman.
Oh, pregnant Spider-Woman! Oh, don't get me started with that. Don't get me started with pregnant Spider-Woman. Oh boy. Yeah, let's just add child endangerment to the.
Which one? Which Spider-Person?
All of them. Ooh, Lizzo can be in G.I. Joe. Yeah, that's the thing. Soldiers who are on the front line all the time are not obese when they get that. Will they get that through their minds? No, they won't. They won't. They have to be inclusive. They have to be inclusive. They have to be tolerant. They have to be diverse. All body positive. They have to be body positive. Anybody see Platoon? What happened to the fat guy in Platoon? He was the first one killed. I probably wouldn't last 10 minutes on a battlefield. That too. This is why they have young, fit people. Cast Ellen Page for Spider-Gwen. No, they're not going to do that. But let me tell you, can I just say something about this whole thing about Spider-Man? I ran across a tweet the other day. Listen, I have no great love of Twitter, but God, I'm addicted to it.
I'm banned.
Mech is banned also.
For 6 days.
This is normal. I can't imagine an American obese soldier to be tortured by the Russian, for example, by the Russian military. Well, they put you through basic training to make sure you're not obese. And they put you, yeah, that's the whole point of basic training. Make sure you're physically fit enough to fight. Which one? Probably he'll eat.
Did you need dinner? Who's hungry? You need dinner.
You're supposed to, basic training is supposed to get you physically fit enough to fight. Diabetes is not fun. Know a few people who have it. Let's just say having the limbs amputated is not cool. That's right. Because I get a hard time. I get a hard time to think obese soldiers resistant to torture method. Just all you gotta do is you just wave a couple Twinkies in front of their face. Nobody's obese after a month at the Hanoi Hilton. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I ran across a tweet. Now listen, this whole thing. Has everybody heard of that whole thing that anybody could be Spider-Man? For Vietnam, they allowed 10,000 people whom are fat with IQs lower than 75 to go into war. Yeah. We all heard that thing Stan Lee said, anybody can be Spider-Man. Anybody can be anybody. The beauty of it is anybody can be Spider-Man. Yes, under the mask, anybody could be Spider-Man. You know what? Here's what happened. Everybody started taking that to mean that anybody could be anybody and everybody could get their own spider costume and be their own Spider-Man. No, that is not what that means. We do not. It doesn't mean everybody gets a Spider-Man. For God's sake, people, it doesn't mean that there's 8 billion spider people walking around. It means that when you walk down the street, you wonder, oh, Spider-Man could be that person, 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 could be that person. Which is the very definition of being the everyman. But these guys, they have it so screwed up. They're so delusional. Oh, anybody can be Spider-Man. Anybody can be Spider-Man. That's why we need a gay Spider-Man. That's why we need an Indian Spider-Man. That's why we need a black Spider-Man. That's why we need a Puerto Rican Spider-Man. That's why we need Mexican Spider-Man from the future. That's why we need the Spider-Man from 1933. That's why we need this Spider-Man. That's why we need that Spider-Man. That's why we need a pig Spider-Man. Oh, for God's sake. And if Phil Lord and Chris Miller were here, I'd tell them as much. Listen, you got it wrong. I know you're making a lot of money, but you got it wrong. And stop with this enough of Peter Parker should be they should stop at Peter Parker. And Miles Morales should be full-time Spider-Man. No. The Miles Morales stands are annoying. Well, Disney Marvel's done a great job running comics into the ground. Japanese manga anime is far superior. That's why I think Stanley is screaming in his grave. Yes, quadriplegic Spider-Man. Dinosaur Spider-Man. There was a spider horse. Anybody could be Spider-Man does not mean we have 8 billion spider people running around. Dear God, can you please give it a rest? Can we please, we need one Spider-Man. Peter Parker. What is so hard about one Spider-Man? Peter Parker.
I hate girl versions of superheroes.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen is a dumb character. I'm sorry.
It's like a version of Devo. It's like, well, I can just listen to Devo. I don't need to hear little kids singing their songs.
You know what's funny? They keep saying.
That's like Teenage Girl Spider-Man. I don't need Teenage Girl Spider-Man.
That's what Spider-Gwen is.
Yeah, I don't need Teenage Girl Spider-Man.
You know what's funny? The people that keep saying, "Oh, Miles Morales is his own character. He's his own character. He's not just a copy and paste of Peter Parker. He's his own character." Why does he use the name Spider-Man, and why is he dating Spider-Man's dead girlfriend? Yeah, he's such a unique character. He gets all of Peter Parker's cast-offs. You're literally dating his dead girlfriend. You need versions of these characters that Disney owns. They need versions of characters Disney owns. But you know what? Create new characters. Why did they make MJ black? 25% different. That's why. They had to make her 25% different. And speaking of 25% different, look who just showed up. Look who decided he wanted to be on camera. His Royal Highness, Zaba Mowfu. Zabu, buddy, what's going on? What's going on, buddy? No, Peter Parker should end with Mary Jane. The end. I'd be interested to see Spider-Man trying to work out between his family. Zaba Mowfu. Zabu. Hey, buddy, what's going on? What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Zabu, what's your favorite hockey team? Really? Oh, wow. He just, you think he changed his mind. I think he said Detroit Red Wings. Zabu, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Okay, there's the Zabu cam. We checked in on with all three of them. He likes a team called Blinks. That's the thing. Yeah, Peter Parker should men and with Mary Jane. Yeah. See, here's the thing about that. Listen, we all have these like fantasies of being a superhero, but Peter Parker is the guy supposed to show you, yeah, you know what, Peter, being a superhero kind of sucks. People are trying to kill you. People are trying to kill your family. You don't make a whole lot of money. They did something one time where Peter Parker, where Spider-Man, to thank him for rescuing somebody or saving somebody, they gave him a check. Now, how is he supposed to cash it? Seriously, how is he supposed to cash it? What do you mean ID? I'm Spider-Man. Well, do you have any ID saying you're Spider-Man? Yeah, there's a whole thing about showing Peter Parker in adulthood. Listen, the whole idea is that you're supposed to be seeing the Marvel universe through Peter Parker's eyes. That is what really is the point of the character. He is the view which he is the lens which you view all of Marvel through. And if Marvel wants new superheroes, I would make Mary Jane a female superhero and try to explain to their daughter how being a superhero sucks. Yes. No opinion on rumored sale of Lucasfilm or other IPs to offset the forced buy of Hulu. Listen, the sale of Lucasfilm is not happening. And that's what we call a segue. We're going to segue into this. The next thing.
Yeah, we read the finance report.
We literally read the finance report, the quarterly finance report, and you could find it very easily. Mm-hmm. This whole thing about Disney only has $200 million in cash reserves. That is not true. They have $10 billion in cash. They literally read the finance report incorrectly. This is not a knock on whomever it was. However, because any one of us could have read it incorrectly. But we did. We reread the financial report. That they have to make this available every quarter. And they did not burn
through $11 billion in assets.
Yeah, exactly. They did not. Yes, exactly.
Enough money coming in between whatever the last three movies.
Yes, Zabu's buying Star Wars.
They're not selling it. They probably are just seeing how much money.
They're probably going to be doing is they're probably going to be getting a financial statement. Say, listen, we have to get a valuation of Lucasfilm. So let's just say if we were to sell it, what would it be worth? So that's probably where that comes from.
Just so they can see where the money loser is worth.
Yeah. See, we have to evaluate what kind of money loser this is. So,
which all goes back to the Captain Kennedy stuff.
Yes. That's right. Black Shaggy gonna buy Star Wars. That's right. Black Shaggy gonna run into the ground. But but this also brings us to this story here. Hold on. This is a rumor. Take this with a grain of salt. I didn't start this rumor. I don't believe it. But
We did start.
Huh?
Show the rumor we did start.
Hold on. Princess Leia reportedly being recast for a new Star Wars movie. It's being reported that Princess Leia will be part of Dave Filoni's upcoming Star Wars movie, and they're thinking of recasting the role. Yep, you did read that correctly. They reportedly want to recast the role that legendary Carrie Fisher made her own. Talk about big shoes to fill. The iconic Princess Leia Organa, a role that was originally brought to life by the late Carrie Fisher, is reportedly being recast for Dave Filoni's Star Wars film via Giant Freaking Robot. Oh, well, Giant Freaking Robot says it must be true. Everything's on hold. This decision signals a new direction for the franchise as it continues to bridge the gap between the original trilogy and the more recent sequel trilogy. Forthcoming film, set to take place in the New Republic era, is part of the director's live-action feature directorial debut in the Star Wars franchise. The period which exists between the timeline of the original trilogy and the more recent sequel trilogy is a vibrant tapestry filled with familiar faces and burgeoning stories. The recasting of Leia Organa seems to suggest deeper exploration of her character during this timeline. While the magnitude of her role in the film is still shrouded in mystery, the fact that she'll be making an appearance is enough to stir excitement among Star Wars enthusiasts. Echoes of the past. Filoni is known for his work in the animated series Clone Wars and has been dropping hints about the scale and scope of his upcoming project. The film has been referred to as an event film akin to 2012's The Avengers, suggesting the possible convergence of various Star Wars characters from different timelines and media. This could mean the characters from current and completed Disney Plus series set in the New Republic area, such as The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, along the upcoming shows like Ahsoka and Skeleton Crew, could potentially make an appearance. It also leaves the door open for characters from Andor or Obi-Wan Kenobi, prequel films, or even the Acolyte. Okay. This actually goes on quite a bit. Filoni's intimate familiarity with the franchise and his experience with the Clone Wars opened the door for a host of animated characters to make their transition to live action. Yeah. The inclusion of these characters, along with canonical characters from Star Wars comics and novels published after Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm, could create multidimensional and layered narrative. For example, the Wookiee Black that guy, who made his live-action debut in Book of Boba Fett, first appeared in Marvel's 2015 Darth Vader comic. While the decision to recast Princess Leia might come as a surprise to some fans, it is testament to the enduring appeal of her character. Let me tell you, this is not that surprising. Listen, I don't believe it. But here's the thing. Here's another thing. They were almost going to do this before. They had they had a guy. He was a stunt double. We talked about this on the other show. It was in the Force, supposed to be in the Force Awakens. Force Awakens, yeah, here it is. They scrubbed it. Did they scrub it? From Reddit. Here it is. Here's this guy. So supposedly they had a guy here. He's really, he may have been a stunt double. But they already were thinking about it. A guy by the name of Robert Bolter. Let's see if we can find more pictures of this. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so supposedly that this was going to be a thing. And thank goodness it did not happen. But you know what? I wouldn't put it past Lucasfilm. I really wouldn't. I really would not put them past. He looks like a freaking hobbit, this guy. Here's a better picture of him. What the frick? What the hell? Confirming an old rumor that Luke was to appear in Rey's Force Vision through his encounter with Vader on Bestman, shared earlier. Adam Fraser, a photo of actor Robert Bolter remind us of 5 photos shared with us during production Force Awakens. We thought now would be a good time to share them with you. So yeah, so there is the guy who was going to be a stand-in for Luke Skywalker. Again, there's just so many bad ideas coming out of Disney, out of that camp. It would not surprise me one bit if they tried it. I better bookmark this tab so I can come back to it. Bookmarks. We don't want to show anything just in case. Yeah, you don't want to see Rob's bookmarks. Ass. At least they made him a ginger character. Yeah, they're probably going to, if they recast him now, it's probably going to be played by Aaron Kellyman. Oh, can you stop casting Aaron Kellyman in things? Seriously. Stop casting Aaron Kellyman in anything. She is not convincing as anything. She's that annoying kid. This guy is a short, fat little hobbit. How is this guy going to play Luke Skywalker? Something wrong. His arms are too short. No one wants to see your bookmarks. Thank God. So, anyway, yeah, knowing what they're doing over at Lucasfilm, I would not be surprised if they tried to recast the whole everything about the big 3. Hey, they already recast freaking Lando and what's his face and Alden Third Ehrenreich as Han Solo. So screw it. They're gonna go all out. If your movie's gonna be pointless, take it to the max. All right. What else did I promise people? So that's the news. Now let us hockey. We already talked about hockey. First half. Let's try to find some animal news. Animal news. And no, as long as it's not sad animal news. Animal news. Animal news. Gotta animal news. Animal news. Animal news. Gotta get more animal news. So, there's a bear sighted. Hold on. Wasn't everyone Idris Elba, Trevor Noah, and he's being deported. Everyone is Idris Elba, Trevor Noah, as he's being deported, screaming, kicking, going through immigration. Yes. Mindy Kaling, I have proven nobody wants to see short, fat versions of childhood dreams broken. That's right. He's Billy Lord as Leia. Yeah. Animal news. Mindy Kaling killed Scooby-Doo. So, Animal news from June 11th. Oh, this is just recently. He was just hungry. Homeowner recalls spotting black bear in Antioch, Illinois. He's just standing there looking at me, Natalie Fields. Antioch, Illinois. For the second time in a week, people in Lake County, Illinois found a surprise visitor at their home. A black bear who was spotted in unincorporated Antioch Saturday evening as one homeowner on Deer Ridge Lane caught a photo of it on their porch. There's the little hey boo boo. It's not just something that normally happens here in Antioch, said Natalie Fields. Heard a loud crash. Long story short, it was my metal bird feeder that was bolted to my deck, and he pulled the whole thing down. And I assumed it was just raccoons, because we have a lot of raccoons. And I went to the door, and he's just standing there looking at me. Lake County Sheriff officers responded to the home, along with Illinois Department of Natural Resources, warning neighbors to keep their pets and children inside. Deputies are on the scene of the loose black bear we just spotted in the 24100 block of West Deer Ridge Lane, unincorporated Antioch. We have Department of Natural Resources on the way. Do not approach the bear. If you see it, please call local law enforcement so they can direct DNR. The DNR said in the last 20 years, there have been at least 8 confirmed bear sightings in Illinois. Fields said when she opened the door, the bear ran off into the woods. But now, no one's seen him, so I'm wondering if he's up a tree, Fields said. A similar situation happened just days prior in Gurney Mills parking lot, as parents were surprised by a black bear while dropping off their kids at kindercare. At this point, it's not clear if it's the same bear that was spotted Saturday night, but DNR officials are giving some tips to keep residents safe in the meantime. They said it's important to never run or surprise the bear, and to make noise and to let the bear know you're there without approaching it. He didn't seem aggressive or anything. He was just hungry, Fields said. You can report bear sightings here. Okay. What to do if you encounter a bear? Oh, there's useful tips here. Let's find out what to do if we run into a bear. Do not run. Do not surprise the bear. Make noise to ensure the bear knows the bear is aware of your presence. A black bear is not likely to attack a person unless it feels trapped or provoked. Respect the bear's space and do not approach the animal. If the bear sees you, stand your ground. Look as large as possible by standing up straight and putting your arms up in the air and slowly backing away. If possible, go inside a building or get into a vehicle. Bears display 2 types of behavior, defensive and offensive. A bear may swat at the ground or surrounding vegetation, lunge towards you, vocalize, blow air out of its mouth, or pop its jaws. These defensive behaviors are used to warn you to move away. Slowly back away from the bear. With offensive behavior, a bear will move towards you quickly. If you have food with you, drop the food and keep moving away from the bear. If a black bear makes contact with you, always try to fight it off. Do not play dead. So there you go. So don't play dead.
Week,
Zabu,
Lake County, Illinois got a surprise visitor. This black bear took a trip to unincorporated Antioch.
So there's the bear.
Night, as the bear also
he did. You would be too. Now nobody's seen him since, so I'm kind of wondering if he's like
Department of Natural Resources.
He's after your picnic basket, lady. Your name is Buck Shaggy. Yes. Tell that to Leonardo DiCaprio. Such a kind of sight might become a sad animal news sometime. Yes. Was the bear looking for the holy hand-grenade? He might. It's a ripoff of Cocaine Bear and Crackoon. So there you go. Bear sighted in Illinois. All right. Now is the time we do a special segment I like to call Future Headlines. As you know, I am subscribed to a special news service that brings us headlines from the future. So, we are going to bring you Future Headlines brought to you exclusively by this broadcast. Future Headlines.
NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman seen relocating Coyotes to Mexico City. When asked about the future of the Arizona Coyotes in Phoenix, NHL Commissioner said from his moving van, "Move? What move? You didn't see nothing. Now I got to get this truck back to U-Haul. They'll charge me for another day." Future headlines. YouTuber Mecha Random proves time travel is real by erasing SpongeBob from existence, proving the science behind the theory of relativity. YouTuber Mecha Random has gone back in time, wiping out, what does she do? SpongeBob. Never heard of it. And finally, future headlines. President-elect Vin Diesel holds first policy meeting. President-elect Vin Diesel, who won in a landslide on the policy of family, breadsticks, and family, has announced his domestic policy agenda. President Diesel said, "Family, breadsticks, lots of breadsticks. Did I mention family?" So there you go. Headlines from the future. President Vin Diesel on the case, domestic policy of breadsticks and family. Because when you're at Olive Garden, you're a family. Everyone, that brings us to an hour and 11 minutes into the broadcast. Everyone, I'd like to thank everyone for joining me today. Anubis T800, Greg Kirby, Pegleg Pete, the Fuke Norris, Anthony Way, Michael Bashirs, the other guy, that other guy, this other guy here, and the other guy here, the other guy doing the thing, Cesario Japan, this other guy, Fuke Norris, I think I said him already. Then the other guy there, and this other guy, that guy, the guy who wore a shirt, that guy. He's got that scuttlebutt. So, okay, yeah, the other guy, and this guy there, Lucy Meow. And Lucy Meow is like, thank you. Yes, Lucasville, yes, 2030. Kathleen Kennedy is going to be still at Lucasfilm. You know she's never going to leave. It's going to take a stick of dynamite to get her out. Everyone, I'd like to thank everyone for joining me today. As always, if you missed the stream, I'll leave it up. And one more time, check in with the kitty cam. There's Dim Sum. Let's see. Is there another one right here? I don't know. There's the kitty cam. There's Dim Sum, pot roasting. She's got an itchy ear. So there's the kitty cam. All right, everyone. I thank everyone for joining me. Maybe we'll do a stream later tonight. I don't know. We're going to be without AC till tomorrow, at least. I thank everyone for joining me today, and like everyone for taking time out of your schedule to listen to what I have to say. It means a lot to me. And everyone, I'd like to wish you a good evening, good day, good morning, good night, good tomorrow, good week. Whatever you're having, have a good one. No drinking, no driving. We want to see you back here. Take care of yourselves and each other. And as always, we will. You do a stream later? We don't know. We know. We're making. We'll do it live. As always, everyone, we will. Yeah, does anyone want to make around do a stream later? Anyone want to do a stream? Let her know. Let her know you want to do a stream. Let her know you want to do a stream. Let her know. Let you know. Gonna let you know. We're gonna let you know. I don't know. I made that song up. As always, everyone, we will catch you next time.